Greetings, fellow travelers. Tonight we journey to the furthest reaches of the cosmos, of mathematics. Our destination, the Infinity Inn, a hotel more grand, more capacious than any you've ever encountered. Imagine, if you will, an establishment with an endless corridor of rooms, each one numbered sequentially 1, 2, 3, and so on, forever. Our host, a jovial fellow named Kevin with a permanent smile and a twinkle in his eye that betrays his love for the unexpected. Now you might think an infinite hotel absurd. And you wouldn't be wrong to question it, but bear with me, for in this realm of the infinite, the impossible becomes possible. The Infinity Inn is always fully booked, every single room occupied. Yet Kevin, ever the optimist, assures us he can always find a room for a willing guest. How, you ask? Well, that's where our adventure truly begins. The night is quiet. The hum of infinite light fixtures the only sound in the Infinity Inn's lobby. Kevin, ever the diligent night manager, is polishing a nameplate that simply reads, "Welcome." Suddenly, a lone figure appears at the entrance, a weary traveller, suitcase in hand, in desperate need of lodging. Now, any other hotel fully booked would turn the guest away, but not Kevin, and certainly not the Infinity Inn. "A room, but of course," Kevin exclaims, his smile wider than ever. He picks up the phone, a mischievous glint in his eye. "No problem at all, just need to make a few adjustments." He instructs the guest in room 1 to move to room 2. The guest in room 2 is asked to move to room 3, and so on. Every guest simply shifts one room down the infinite corridor. And just like that, room 1 is free for the weary traveller. The new guest settles in, marveling at the peculiar nature of the Infinity Inn. Just when it seems things have returned to normal, a rumbling sound echoes from the distance. A moment later, an enormous bus, emblazoned with the words Cosmic Tours, pulls up to the hotel. It's packed, 40 more guests, all clamouring for a room for the night. "Don't worry," Kevin whispers, more to himself than anyone else. "We can handle this." He announces to the arriving guests, "Welcome to the Infinity Inn. We have a slight room rearrangement, but fear not, everyone will have a bed." He then proceeds to the microphone. "Attention all guests, we kindly request you move to a new room. Please multiply your current room number by 2. The guests, though confused, comply. Now all the even-numbered rooms are occupied. Kevin, with a flourish, directs the 40 new arrivals to the now vacant odd-numbered rooms. The guests, both old and new, marvel at Kevin's ingenuity, but the universe, it seems, has one more trick up its sleeve. As Kevin leans back with a sigh, a low hum, barely audible at first, begins to rise. It grows louder, rapidly transforming into a cacophony of engine roars and honking horns. An endless motorcade of identical buses, each carrying an infinite number of passengers, appears on the horizon, stretching as far as the eye can see. "Oh my," Kevin mutters, his usual cheer momentarily dimmed. This could be problematic. Even Kevin, master of the infinite, seems daunted. An infinite number of buses, each with an infinite number of passengers. The very fabric of infinity seems to tremble at the thought. Kevin paces back and forth, his mind racing. The infinite line of buses, filled with an infinite number of guests, poses a challenge unlike any he's faced before. Suddenly he stops, a wide grin spreading across his face. "Prime numbers!" he exclaims. "Of course!" He explains his plan to the bewildered onlookers. Every guest currently in the hotel will be moved to a room number corresponding to a power of 2. The guest in room 1 stays put. 2, the power of 0, is still 1. The guest in room 2 moves to room 4, 2 squared. The guest in room 3 goes to room 8, 2 cubed, and so on. This leaves an infinite number of rooms vacant, all corresponding to powers of prime numbers other than 2. Kevin then directs the infinite buses to line up. Each bus is assigned a prime number. Bus 1 gets 3, bus 2 gets 5, bus 3 gets 7, and so on. Within each bus, passengers are numbered according to their seat. A passenger on bus number and sitting in seat K is assigned room number P to the power of K, where P is the nth prime number. The first passenger on the second bus, prime number 5, gets room number 5 to the power of 1. The third passenger on the third bus, prime number 7, gets room number 343, 7 to the power of 3. Crisis averted. As the last guest from the last infinite bus settles into their room, a sense of accomplishment washes over Kevin, but it's quickly replaced by a sobering realization. All this, he whispers, is just the tip of the infinity iceberg. He explains that the infinity he's dealing with, the infinity of hotel rooms and bus passengers, is a countable infinity. It's represented by the symbol Aleph Null, the smallest infinity. But there are other infinities, larger, more mind-boggling, that even his prime number prowess can't conquer. Imagine, he says, a bus with an uncountably infinite number of passengers. No matter how he arranges the rooms, he can't accommodate them all. These larger infinities, he muses, are a concept to explore another time. The Infinity Inn, with its endless corridors and ever-resourceful manager, offers a glimpse into the fascinating world of the infinite. It highlights the mind-bending possibilities when we dare to venture beyond the realm of the finite. But it also reminds us that infinity is not a single entity, but rather a vast hierarchical structure, with levels upon levels of mind-boggling vastness. As we leave Kevin to manage his extraordinary establishment, we carry with us a newfound appreciation for the elegance and wonder of mathematics, a field where even the impossible can be tamed with a bit of ingenuity and a whole lot of imagination. The journey through the infinite has just begun.